Hello friends, welcome back to Wealth Wisdom Hub, your go-to channel for everything finance. Today, we'll examine the rise and fall of Byju. It is a story that has captivated and concerned the Indian education sector. From its early promise to its current struggles, the journey offers valuable lessons for both businesses and consumers. We'll examine the company's early success, the pandemic boom, and the series of events that led to its downfall. We'll also discuss the ongoing legal battles, internal conflicts, and the fight to regain trust. By the end of this video, you will have a deeper understanding of the challenges Byju faces and the potential consequences of its actions. This is not just about one company. It is about the wider conversation on ethics, transparency, and responsible growth in the ed-tech industry. So friends, let's get started. Byju, the name synonymous with the online education in India, has had a meteoric rise and a tumultuous fall. Today, we delve into the controversies that have plagued this ed-tech giant, from financial irregularities to aggressive marketing and mass layoffs. So, early success and pandemic boom. Byju Ravindran, driven by a passion for education, founded Byju in 2011. The company, with its engaging learning methods, resonated with students and parents alike. The pandemic becoming a turning point, propelling Byju to new heights, and with a surge in demand for online learning, things changed. Acquisitions like Whitehead Jr., Akash fueled its growth, and Byju's valuation skyrocketed to a staggering $22 billion.
The virus pandemic has disrupted education across the world.
Some families are struggling to adjust as the coronavirus crisis grows.
कोरोना काल में ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन प्लेटफॉर्म बायजूस ने नई बुलंदियां हासिल की.
Over the last so many years, we are touching 150 million students across the world.
Then came aggressive expansion and the potential downfall. However, Byju's aggressive expansion came at a cost. Questionable marketing tactics, including alleged loan enrollment and fictitious student registrations, tarnished its reputation. As the pandemic subsided, the anticipated sustained demand failed to materialize, leaving Byju with mounting losses. Investor confidence plummeted, and the company's valuation nosedived to just $5.1 billion.
About Byju, one of India's most celebrated unicorns. Today, it is a startup engulfed in a crisis.
Byju's continue to be in focus a month after firm's investor Infosys resigned from Byju's board.
Byju is under the radar for alleged violation of India's foreign exchange laws.
One of the major concerns was the marketing tactics applied by the Byju. They wanted sales at any cost, and many a times the sales executives, they were going about to the parents, the teachers, and they were trying to force them to take any courses. It also dwindled the teachers, the students, and the parents' confidence in the company.
Byju's marketing personnel of instilling fear in them about their children's future in this highly competitive world. These tactics eroded trust and created a negative perception of the company.
One of India's most celebrated unicorns. Today, it is a startup engulfed in a crisis.
The most egregious act was when customers who bought courses on loan requested cancellations and refunds.
According to Hindu Frontline, sales associates were asked to find leads every.
Second reason for Byju's controversial decisions was enrolling icons like Virat Kohli, Shah Rukh Khan, and even Lionel Messi for their advertisements. They even sponsored the FIFA World Cup. They were sponsors of Indian cricket team, Indian men's cricket team. So they were spending a lot on advertisements. Even at one time, they were spending a lot, even bigger than their revenues. We'll look at the top 5 controversies Byju is facing. ED raids and FEMA violations. In April 2023, the Enforcement Directorate raided Byju's offices, alleging foreign exchange violations worth a staggering 9,362 crore rupees. This marked a turning point in the company's fortunes. Second, legal battles with lenders. Byju's faced lawsuits from US lenders for non-payment of loans and accusations of financial misconduct. The company even filed a counter lawsuit highlighting the complexities of its financial situation, but that dented company's image even in front of overseas lenders. BCCI sponsorship dispute. The Byju's sponsorship deal with the BCCI faced legal challenges, aiding to companies' woes. Fourth, mass layoffs and payroll issues. Over 1,400 employees were laid off across various departments, followed by accusations of unpaid salaries and outstanding dues. This sparked outrage and employee protest. The fifth controversy was about EPFO payments and non-deposit of employees' part. Byju's allegedly deducted employee contribution to the EPFO but failed to deposit them, and raising concerns about financial practices. Additionally, some investors sought the removal of Byju Ravindran as CEO, highlighting internal conflicts. So, what are the road ahead? The Byju's is at crossroads. The company is restructuring, seeking new funding, and trying to regain investor and public trust. They were even planning to come up with the IPO of their subsidiary, the Akash Institutes, but that has also not materialized. However, the road ahead remains challenging. Can Byju's overcome these controversies and reclaim its position as a leader in the EdTech space? Only time will tell. So friends, we have explored the rise and fall of Byju's, highlighting the controversies that have shaken its foundation. One thing I forgot to mention in between, the one major reason why Byju is struggling is the $1.2 billion loan it had taken from the overseas lenders. Now, as we discussed, they are trying to enforce the payments, and they even want Byju's to liquidate and go bankrupt. But let me tell about the payments, how this loan works.
Which is something called Term Loan B. And this is what made things very, very difficult for Byju's. To tell you about it, in 2021, the United States was offering loans at near zero interest rates. If you remember, this is because they printed trillions of dollars, because of which the interest rates in the US touched rock bottom. And this was a very, very attractive offer for both startups and VCs. So with this attractive offer, Byju's took up $1.2 billion in loan. But you know what, guys? This loan wasn't just any loan, it was a Term Loan B. In simple words, it is a loan which requires small installments and is followed by a large bullet payment at the end. Now, the technical definition of Term Loan B is a little complicated, so let's understand this using a story. Let's say a company called X took a Term Loan B of $100 million. Let's say the interest rate is set at 5% per annum, and the term loan is only for 6 years. For simplicity, let's also assume that the interest is calculated annually. So the payment structure of this loan will look like this. At the end of year 1, X will pay 1% of the principal, which is $1 million, plus 5% interest on this principal balance, which is 5% of $100 million, equivalent to $5 million. So the total repayment would be $6 million. At the end of year 2, X will again pay 1% on the principal, that is $1 million, plus 5% on the remaining principal balance, that is $100 million minus $1 million, which is $99 million. So 5% of $99 million gives us an interest of $4.95 million. So the total repayment for year 2 is $4.95 million plus $1 million equal to $5.95 million. This will go on till the last year. And this is when X will pay the company the entire remaining amount of $95 million in one shot and pay the interest of 5% on $95 million. This is how the transaction will be complete. So you see, the installments are small but are followed by a large bullet payment. Now, do you see the risk over here? Most of the principal payment is done at the end, and this increases the risk for the lender, because in between this time, if the borrower company goes bankrupt, then the lender will lose all the money. So the risk for the lenders is very, very high, right? This is why, to mitigate this risk, the lenders do three things. Number one, they demand high rates of interest. Number two, the banks sell these loans to institutional investors who are willing to take up such high risks. And finally, they attach some very stringent terms and conditions. In Byju's case, they were asked to get this loan rated by two credit agencies like Moody's or Fitch. They were asked to publish their audited 2021 financial results on time, and several such conditions were applied. But guess what? This is the timeline of the drama that followed.
So, thank you, friends. We have explored the rise and fall of Byju's, highlighting the controversies that have shaken its foundation. From alleged financial misconduct to aggressive marketing and mass layoffs, the issue raised critical questions about responsible business practices and consumer trust. Byju's story offers valuable lessons for all stakeholders. Businesses must prioritize transparency, ethical practices, and sustainable growth strategies. Consumers need to be vigilant and informed about their choices. Investors must carefully evaluate financial health and company culture before investing. The conversation does not end here. We encourage you to discuss these issues, share your perspectives, and hold companies accountable for their actions. Only through open dialogue and informed choices can we create a more ethical and responsible tech landscape and financial companies. So, please drop your comments in the comments below and let's discuss what went wrong. You can add your points and also you can give suggestions how this can be prevented so that investors are protected in this rising startup culture. So friends, thank you for joining us on this journey into the complexities of Byju's story. Remember, education is not about knowledge. It's also about building a future based on trust, integrity, and shared responsibilities. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Wealth Wisdom Hub. If you find this video useful, I request you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends and colleagues. So friends, till next episode, I will take your leave. Bye-bye. Thank you.